Welcome to another episode of The Pickpocket. Here at The Pickpocket, we utilize the NBA category in the Fanduel app to help you win money. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We're getting close to 200 subs. Join the family and let's win. Appreciate every like, and we also appreciate every sub and view. Mock lineup. If you are new to the channel, feel free to use a mock lineup we provide for you guys as a base and substitute players where you see fit to get your own taste for your own lineup. DeJounte Murray will have a unique situation as San Antonio has a limited roster. He was already a good option, but now he becomes a great option. His scoring is up this year, but he will be displaying everything in his bag tonight. Mike Conley has been better lately. His scoring and ability to assist and rebound has increased in value. That salary won't be that low for long. To say Devin Booker will be cooking with fish grease tonight is an understatement. Being snubbed from a deserving spot on the All-Star team just means it doesn't matter the defender. He's likely going to go full Kobe tonight. Charlotte has no answer for him. My boy Norman Osborn, Norman Powell should have a good game in what will be a good game. Miami is struggling with shooting guards this season, while he's having a great season. Saddiq Bey performed well versus New Orleans last time out, and New Orleans is struggling. Hopefully he can ride last night's win as well. Duncan Robinson is here for salary purposes. He's been solid himself. His value will rise especially if Hero sits. His scoring and rebounding will be needed. Sabonis, my boy Sabonis, is already a great option, but this matchup screams of dominance. Don't try and overthink it because of Draymond guarding him. Keep in mind, Sabonis was also snubbed as an all-star. Yikes. Patrick Williams is that value player who continues to do just enough for the lineup. Capella, my boy Clint Capella, may be slightly underpriced. Now the undersized Boston comes to town. He had a blast versus them last time out. Anticipate the same. Core 5, you got Nunn, Booker, Brown, Zion, and Allen. Kendrick Nunn is the X factor for Miami. We know what Bam gives us. We know what Jimmy does. When Nunn is balling, Miami is another animal. He's been doing that lately. He's doing it in more ways than scoring. That salary is pretty nice too. Devin Booker will be furious. Charlotte has no answer. Not much to say about him. Brown will have his way tonight. Consider this. He is the second option to Tatum, and Atlanta just allowed Cleveland to pretty much get whatever they wanted. The new All-Star should be right around his average. Zion, my boy Zion, has played well versus better opponents. Detroit has no one with the size, athleticism, strength, or quickness to stay in front of him. What makes him so good for a pick is not just his scoring and rebounding, but he gets several assists, and he also may get a block or two. And Jared Allen has been playing out of his mind. His rebounds and blocks are just one piece of it. His best ability is his availability. He never gets into foul trouble. Now this centerless Houston shows up for ball games. Definitely consider him as an option. Low usage with upside lineup. Again, not everyone here is low usage. For the ones who are, Patty Mills is going to see much more clock as this team is dealing with COVID protocols. His ability to score is what makes his upside. In his little time off the bench, he scores well. Now he will have to play more. Sterling Brown is solid for Houston and playing more with so many roster issues. His minutes have been consistent, and he's usually the option behind Wall for ball handling. He could do everything in a stat sheet with all his minutes. His usage is increasing, but not nearly as much as other Houston players. Josh Jackson was seeing high usage early on. Now coming off the bench, he gets those leftovers from the starters. He's taking full advantage, primarily scoring, but he has the ability to get his hands on steals and highlights blocks each game. Justin Holiday is not the first, second, or third option from Indiana that you may think about, and that's good. Someone has to back up Sabonis and Brogdon. He can get double figures, around 6 rebounds and a few assists, and help your lineup. PJ Washington is tricky. Not as much usage as the guards, but makes the most of the moments he touches the ball. Phoenix is good defensively, but he won't need to score a ton of points to be effective. Stop what you're doing right now and sub to the channel. We are growing. We want to hear your lineup requests from coming slates. I still haven't had to hunt anybody. I haven't had to hunt anybody down yet, and I'm grateful for that. So let's keep the streak going. Good matchup lineup. This lineup is meant to show you who has the best matchups tonight at each position, meaning the opposing team ranks bottom of the league in FTP allowed. You can sub them with teammates who are cheaper as well. The idea here is to take this, see who has the best matchups. You may be able to sub out players for their own teammates. You can also see here if there are multiple players in one game, it may be a good idea to consider someone. Apparently Minnesota, not strong anywhere. The rest of this presentation, you're going to see these symbols. Feel free to take a picture of this page with your cellular device or just rewind the video. But the definition of these symbols are going to do a lot of the explaining for you. Cheat sheet, best performer lineup, players we believe will have the best night at their position. This is not a mock lineup. Cheat sheet, best value players, 6K and under. This is not a mock lineup. Mike Conley is under 6K as well. Consider him playing much better lately. And that's definitely a pickpocket. That's definitely a robbery getting him at that price, because he's definitely going to go up. You like how I used that pickpocket reference there. Anyway, moving on. All right, this is why we say This is why at the end of the video we say comment your questions or concerns, because if you do have a concern or if you want us to put something new in the video, there's a high chance that we may do it. This is a cheat sheet cash lineup per subscriber request. Let us know if you want more of these in future videos. Comment and drop a like. Thank you for, like I said, comment and drop a like. Thank you for watching the video. This is the end of the presentation. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And thank you for choosing another episode of the Pickpocket DFS.